All right, please welcome now to the Imus Morning Program from New York City, Congressman Anthony Weiner. Good morning, Congressman Weiner.
Good morning, Don. How are you?
Well, I was good till the first thing. We're sitting here chatting, and when we could break you away from your BlackBerry, and and you say to me, when can we get 9 more minutes of rodeo updates? So
I'm just saying, yeah, I like it every morning, maybe 1 or 2, but geez, you're killing me over here with this. What the hell is you riding bareback? What are you even talking about? Sounds like a porno update. I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
We don't either. We don't either, by the way. So happy Hanukkah and all that if you celebrate that.
Thank you very much. Happy Festivus to you, or whatever you and Dietrich celebrate.
So what district do you represent now?
Brooklyn and Queens, God's country.
Okay.
The Chuck Schumer district.
You used to work for him, right? Or?
I did. When I started working when I was 6'3", I had blonde hair and a little nose, and I've kind of morphed into the more Semitic version of myself, I guess,
Well, they were talking about the health care bill yesterday all over the Sunday show. Tell me where you are with it.
Well, I think what we're trying to do is reduce cost here, try to produce some choices for people that don't have them, that have insurance companies that don't treat them very well, and the public option kind of does that. It says to people who, if you're having trouble getting insurance from your own companies, let's try to introduce some competition. And this plan that they have to expand Medicare actually is a pretty good idea because Medicare works for people over 65. Why not 64? Why not 63? Why not 211 or however old you are?
What's happened to you?
It's not going
well. I'm just thinking.
You just show up there and run away.
No, I want to say it's
kind of.
Fine. No, it's seeing you in person. It's kind of like coming to the Mummy Museum or something. I'm just.
This is fine. I got a good idea. The old cowboy's battling cancer. Let's go in and make him feel bad.
No, I'm just saying. Look, you before I came on, you're ripping my name.
No.
Look at you.
We'll get to that later. But please continue with your idiotic view on health care.
But the point is, all we're saying is let's introduce some competition. And frankly, the health insurance industry has a really strong coalition of members of the House and Senate that want to defend their profits, and they make an enormous amount of money. My view is Medicare has 1% overhead in profits. Let's expand that to more Americans, and that's what I hope they're going to do. But we have some senators who don't even want to have a vote. Never mind that they're in favor of it, against it. They don't want to have a vote on it, and that's the problem I see.
Lieberman now says he's not going to vote. So.
Well, Lieberman is saying that he's against the public option. That's fine, but he's not even going to let the 55 to 60 senators that do support it have a vote. That's the issue. We've gotten so inured to the idea of the 60 votes is needed. It really is a majority rule in the Congress and in Congress, and he's saying I'm not even going to permit my colleagues to vote on it, and that's wrong. And the problem is the status quo is unsustainable, and a lot of people are defending the status quo.
How do regular insurance companies compete with a public option if the government's in the business?
Well, frankly, they take about 30% of profits in overhead. Insurance companies are going to have to take less. One of the problems that we have is the dramatic increase of growth in insurance is that most people have no choice. You and most of the employees here at Fox have one choice that they're offered. Most employers offer one choice. People really can't shop around. The idea of introducing some competition, and if they can't compete and the government does it better and cheaper, then they shouldn't succeed. And frankly, if the idea that the American people can't choose for themselves the option they think is best is what I find offensive. Most people who I speak to want the competition. Let the consumers decide. If they choose the government option, that's probably a sign it's better.
Well, why not to give them the option of letting insurance companies deal in different states? For example, the Imus Cattle Ranch for Kids with Cancer out in Ribera, New Mexico, in which we provide health insurance for our employees, costs us. In fact, it costs so much money. And we can't get other insurance companies, they can't bid on it. But all of the people at the ranch who work at the ranch, about 15 employees, are now getting private insurance themselves, which we're reimbursing them for. Why not open that up?
Well, part of the problem is there's nothing really stopping an insurance company from coming in and offering service in New Mexico. As a matter of fact, right now in all 50 states, there are no applications pending for someone who wants to compete over state lines. The reason they don't do it is you can't have Aetna in New York. No one's going to sign up in New Mexico. None of the doctors are going to be in the plan. I have no problem if insurance companies really want to compete. But even when they do, like in New York, where there's a lot of insurance companies, they don't compete on price because there's really no incentive to, because citizens can't very easily shop around. And that's one of the things we're doing with the legislation is bringing together all the insurance companies into one easy exchange like members of Congress have and let people shop with different options.
That's kind of cheesy the way I worked in a plug for the ranch, wasn't it?
That was actually very. You have any Bigelow tea you want to work into the conversation now, or we're going to...
Here's what I was going to do. Here's what I was going to do. Well, this week, it's Imus Holiday Giveaway Week, sponsored by Bigelow Tea. And I'm going to give away a basket each day to one of our guests Today we're going to give the classic tea chest, beautifully crafted with an elegant cherry finish, brass hardware, includes vanilla caramel, Earl Grey. Do you drink tea?
I don't know what the right answer is, but yes, I
the right answer would be an honest one. I realize for a congressman that's difficult. But why don't we just try being honest for about 2 minutes?
I drink, sure. I drink tea from time to time.
And aren't you getting married soon?
The time here. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am.
Well, is that a difficult question, or?
No, I have a situation very much. She's younger than I am. She's going to be kind of the same situation as me and Deidre.
What is she, 12? Because you look like you're about 20.
I'm just working on the idea that you're marrying someone who's going to be wiping the spittle off your chin in a few months. That's all I'm saying.
You're kind of uncomfortable. I'm giving you, because you've been a wise ass with me here, it made me feel bad. I'm giving you this Bigelow gift basket. I haven't seen a picture of it, but it's fabulous stuff. So.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Somebody sent me a photograph of your wife, Bill White did. You know Bill White?
I do.
Okay.
He's a good guy. I mean,
she's beautiful. So
thank you. Yes, as some in Congress have said, I've outkicked my coverage a little bit with this.
What does she do?
She works for Secretary Clinton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Secretary Clinton liked that job, do you think?
Yeah, she's very good at it. I mean, she's the classic case of someone who blooms where she's potted. Every job that she's given, she does very well. And I think she's arguably the most popular American political figure right now. And
I saw her, Secretary Gates on. We're talking with Anthony Weiner here on the Arms Morning program. It's 22 till the hour. I saw her with Secretary Gates. Well, they were on all the shows. And to be serious, either she's tired or she just didn't seem like she was that into the. Not that she doesn't want to do the job. I don't mean that.
She's done more traveling and been given maybe a tougher portfolio than any Secretary of State in recent memory. And frankly, Afghanistan's it's a tough nut to crack. I mean, it's a very tough issue, and the issue is very weighty, and there's no good outcome. And so she and Secretary Gates are pitching, and it's not been persuasive to a lot of my constituents yet, pitching this idea of getting in deeper in Afghanistan. But I think what you saw is her general weariness of it's an enormous problem, and it's got many different sides. We're focusing on Afghanistan. The real problem is Pakistan there. But I think she's enjoying it, and I think she's doing a great job at it.
Do you think she agrees with the president?
Yeah, I actually think the president came to the position that she and Secretary Gates were advocating for from the very beginning, which is putting some more troops in there, but also really engaging Pakistan much more, trying to get them to come on board. I think she and Gates represent our foreign policy power hitters, and I think they're both doing a great job.
It's unbelievable how naive you are. I mean, really, that you think that she supports this absurd plan of the president's, which is idiotic. But I'm sure you agree.
Well, I don't know. There aren't a lot of great options there, but it's.
Here's one option: go over there and kill everybody we have to kill, and then come home.
What do you think the Predator drones are doing?
Well, they're not going to kill everybody we should kill.
You're going to go and kill the whole country?
Well, kill all of the bad guys.
Yeah, well, that's the idea.
Well, no, we're not going to do that, Tom.
No, that's the plan. The plan is to kill the bad guys in Afghanistan, strengthen Pakistan so maybe they can do it. Look, far be it for me to try to defend this because I think it's got real problems. The government of Pakistan is going to fall, and the government of Afghanistan we can't trust.